The fourth set, Gary's 2-1 up. It's David Croft and Martin Adams in the commentary box.
140. 60.
Well, we look at the successful
85.
doubles hit by Steve Coote, and when he's got down between 2 and 80, he has rarely missed the target. Still waiting for a big check-out.
100.
But Gary Robson, you feel, has got to produce a few more big check-outs of his own to live with, Steve, here.
He has, most definitely. If he doesn't, it could be all over after this set.
140. 140. Steve, you require 136.
A treble 20 again.
96.
But he'll be back with double top to aim for. Good pressure.
Steve, you
Great
require
pressure.
40.
Double top.
Good marker to slide it in off the barrel. He's pushed the wire with a second.
20. Gary, you require 61.
So Robson's chance. 2 18s. One dart to do it.
Game shot in the first leg. Gary Robson. Second leg. Gary to throw first. Game on.
Well, we said Gary Robson had to take his chances. And he must be listening.
I think he must be. I mean, Gary knows.
99.
He's been around the circuit and darts long enough. He knows exactly what you've got to do. He won't give Steve too many opportunities now.
60.
And himself on the losing end to Robert Wagner in last year's championships, did Gary Robson.
100.
Plenty to prove in 2004.
182.
That's a good settler, that is, for you, if you're struggling to find it.
On a great reply from Gary Robson.
168.
Leaves him to finish after 9 darts, so 134.
A 180 followed
60.
by a reply
Gary
like that really
134.
does hurt. 134 for Robson, can't do it.
94.
Steve back on 201. We'll be looking to pressure this double top.
60.
That suggests no pressure there. 2 20s.
Game shot in the second leg. Gary Robson. Third leg, Steve to throw first. Game on.
Gary's starting to race away with the set now. Straightforward 2-leg
45.
advantage there.
Well, maybe Steve Coote was starting to sense a victory and starting to sense that it was all over, but Gary Robson has had other ideas here.
60.
Last 3 legs won on the trot by Gary Robson. Colleen looking slightly happier, albeit the grin hasn't come out just yet.
134.
Steve Coote's girlfriend Lisa looking more and more worried the longer the game goes on.
$125. 100.
Gary with a slight advantage. Should be on a finish after these 3.
140.
Steve looking to do the same.
78. Gary, you require 42.
Good cover, but he needed it. Gary Robson needs double 16 for the set.
Game shot and a full set. Gary Robson. Fifth and final set, first leg. Gary to throw first. Game on.
How about that? Gary Robson, from 2 sets down, has squared the match.
37.
And Steve Coote might be the firefighter full-time. But it's Gary Robson that's blazing a trail
60.
on the oche at the moment.
$140.
Gary Robson with a clear advantage at the start of this fifth set.
140.
And starting with the throw, he's making the most of it.
He is too. Steve has got to get in that 60 bed. Treble 20.
140. Gary, you require 84.
So 9 darts down to 84. This for an 11 dart
Game shot
finish.
on the first leg. Gary Robson.
An 11 dart
Second
lead
leg, Steve to throw first. Game on.
Gary Robson. And he really is on fire now.
43.
And his first of the match. And Gary Robson's average has been pulled up to 93 and over.
100.
It's a brilliant move. I mean, that's what you've got to do in these sort of matches. If you do start slow, you've got to pick it up around the 1 set all mark.
100.
You can't go two sets down, but in this case Gary did, but he's had that comeback.
And we saw from those averages there, Steve Coote hasn't really slipped down. It's Gary Robson that's raised his game here.
Without a
38.
doubt.
Well, the 38 there isn't going to help matters much, but Gary Robson finding his mark here.
81. $100. Gary, you require 140.
So 2 treble 20s needed. He'll stay up and around there. A single 20 to leave tops. Well,
81.
one didn't help. Steve Coote is back on 220 though, so Gary will get another chance.
100. Gary, you require 59.
So 19s with his first dart. Well, 7 leaves 12 or 20. It's 20 for double 16.
27. Steve, you require 120.
Never easy when you have to constantly adjust 19s up to 20s, but Steve Coote all on the 20s. It's Shanghai if he can get a treble. He can't.
45. Gary, you require 32.
So 2 16s for the leg. 2 8s.
24. Steve, you require 75.
It's a rare lapse from Gary Robson of late. Steve Coote gets another chance. 2 12s for a 75 outshot. 2 6s needed.
63. Gary, you require 8.
Where have those doubles gone? 2 4s. Getting closer,
No score.
but not close enough.
Steve, you require 12.
Taking his time, 2 6s. He's got 3 darts to do it.
Game shot in the second leg. Steve Coote.
He took 2 and he needed it.
Third leg, Gary to throw first. Game on.
A very long leg there, 23 darts.
81.
I think Gary could start to see the winning post and was tightening up a little bit there, and Steve was struggling to find the double to level the set. There's no way Steve would want to be 2 legs down in the final set.
It's a long way to come back from. You can see Gary Robson there starting off with a mere 75,
60.
but by the 4th set, well, that's one of the best averages you'll see in the whole championship.
Very true.
60.
Yeah, up to 107 there.
It's punishing darts, 107 average in a set where he won 3 legs to 0.
Yeah.
And
100.
didn't give Steve Coote a sniff. Maybe look to drop down to 19s. Good cover.
120.
Steve should leave a shot here.
100.
Yeah, he's left
Gary,
on
you
4-2.
require 140.
Another treble 20 will be interesting. Just below. Oh,
80.
another bounce out.
Steve, you require 142.
Hit the flight, hit the wire. Steve on 142. He did that treble 20.
82. Gary, you require 60.
Gary on 60. Single 20, double 20.
Has to move along the oche.
Game shot in the 3rd leg. Gary Robson.
He blocked the bed, but still
4th
found a
leg,
gap.
Steve to throw first. Game on.
And Gary with the
100.
centre victory now. $180 would be interesting here.
140.
At 140 keeps that pressure on. Steve, you've got to reply to it.
Needs a treble.
60.
Well, is this Gary Robson's chance? Well, it was, but he's pulled them twice.
30.
He's starting to visualise that winning post, I think. Just rushing it a little bit too much there. Stephen taking his time.
81. $100.
Much more like it.
Steve will want to take this to the tie-break, and Gary will be
60.
very keen to avoid it. He knows a big shot here could help him on his way.
Another dart pulled away from its target. Overcompensating as well, and
36.
2 scores in the 30s in a leg. Well, Steve Coote has the advantage back again.
121.
And made up for his initial mistake with the first dart there.
It was a good finish of 79.
100. Stevie requires 79.
He may go 57 first dart. 20 on tops. Double top.
39. Gary, you require 95.
Well, Robson, despite those low scores, has the chance for the match. Needs 20 to leave bullseye for the match.
60.
Couldn't quite find the bed he wanted. 2 20s for Steve Coote.
Game shot in the 4th leg. Steve Coote. Ladies and gentlemen, with their leg score standing 2-all in the final set, the tie-break rule will now apply. 5th leg, Gary to throw first. Game on.
Well, we predicted it would be close, and you can't get much
100.
closer than this. The tie-break is in force. You need to win by 2 clear legs, unless it goes to 5-all in this set.
Then it's bull up, one leg,
60.
sudden death.
And he wouldn't bet against that.
100. $100. 24.
And Gary Robson letting it slip in the middle of the leg again. Is this the chance Steve Coote needs?
Most certainly a chance that Steve Coote needs. He'll be thinking, I hope Gary keeps
45.
doing that. Now he's doing it himself.
And the tension getting to both players and
60.
to partners as well.
The game can come very tense at this point because you're trying to create that opportunity and advantage over your opponent.
140.
Well, that'll ease the tension.
Certainly will for Gary.
Colleen can't watch. Lisa
100.
not taking her eyes
Gary
off the hockey.
77.
Well, a 9 with his first start. 18 will leave the bullseye. It's double 7.
70. Steve, you require 136.
It really is unbearable if you're watching on from the back of the auditorium. Treble 20 with the first start needed, but he's pulled it again. He can't believe it.
It's disastrous for Steve.
26. Gary, you require 7.
A chance for Gary Robson, and he's
No
busted.
score. Steve, you require 110.
So Steve Coote, treble 20. 18 will leave him double 16 for an unlikely leg win.
78. Gary, you require 7.
Magic needs a few more tricks than that. It's 3 double 2 for Gary Robson for the leg. One more dart to do it.
Game shot in the 5th leg. Gary Robson. 6th leg. Steve to Roy first. Game on.
Well, Colleen could barely watch. We could barely see. But somehow
100.
Gary Robson found the double he needed.
Sometimes there is an advantage having one very close to the
100.
wire. You can aim at it and just tuck off the barrel straight in the double.
60.
Gary will be looking to take an advantage here.
140.
Now 140 from Gary Robson to boost his average, but there is so little between these two after 2 sets and 5 legs.
60.
Expect Gary to be on the shot maybe here.
100.
Only just.
But a shot nonetheless after 9 darts.
Needs another treble of his own, Steve
100.
Coote.
Gary require 161.
In effect, Gary Robson has 6 darts for the match. I hope the next 5 are better for him.
41.
Just tensing up at that vital moment.
Still will want to put great amount of pressure on this finish.
Well, they'll want to, and that's a
81.
good recovery from there.
Gary require 120.
Shanghai for the match is the call. Needs the treble. Just below.
60. Steve require 100.
So to stay alive. Another treble to leave double 10. Double 10 it is. Oh, so
90.
close.
Gary requires 60.
Colleen wills her partner on. It's double top for Gary Robson for the match. double 10, and he'll take his time. The bet awaits.
50.
The victory put on hold.
10.
And Steve Coote is still battling away. He's gone 2 double 4. Double 4. He's done it.
Steve Coote. 7th player, Gary to throw first. Game on.
So many chances, and still this match can't be settled.
41.
Opportunities given and thrown away.
Horrible to play in, Martin, but it's great to watch.
Having played a few tiebreakers in the past,
100.
things tense up, muscles tighten, and in some cases, panic sets in.
60.
No panic out in the auditorium.
100.
At least I can't throw the darts for Steve. All Colleen can do is watch on
83.
as Gary tries to open a lead again. Vital time to get your 13th 140 of the match.
100. Steve require 161.
So treble 20 to start the shot. Treble 17. Bullseye for a 161.
114.
The position, he didn't have to go for it, but I'd have done the same thing.
97. Steve require 47.
Well, Gary Robson leaves himself a finish, but he can only watch on as Steve Coote goes for double 16.
Game shot in the 7th place. Steve Coote. A-playing Steve to throw first. Game on.
Steve Coote was 1 dart away from a lakeside exit. He's now 1 leg away from the 2nd round.
99.
I should think Steve is very comfortable having to throw in this leg. And he'd be praying that Gary's pulling
83.
a few. And there's one of them.
100.
His 41st 100 of the match so far.
100.
Steve looking to pile on the pressure.
100.
Well, it's steady. It leaves Gary Robson with something to do here. Another one of those would be handy.
77.
Not enough.
A little flick on that first throw there into the 1. Steve will look to leave a good finish.
100. 100.
Well, it's steady scoring from Gary Robson, but Steve Coote is down to the finish. Bullseye maybe. Hits the 25, and we'll look to drop down to treble 17 now. But can't
29.
find it.
Gary, you require 140.
It's 141. Makes no odds with a treble 1 with your first dart.
82. Steve requires 73.
So treble 19 leaves double 8 for the match for Steve Coote. And he's gone above it.
No score.
That's the nerves. That is the nerves.
Gary, you require 58.
I'm not sure Gary Robson can believe what he's just seen. Steve Coote certainly can't. Colleen watches on as Gary needs tops. Has one more dart to level it.
Game shot in the A play. Gary Robson.
What a match this is.
We are edging slowly but
Ninth
surely
leg, Gary to throw first.
towards that sudden death 11th leg.
Game on.
And we thought that it would be unwise to back against a sudden death situation.
100.
And I think we were right with the prediction.
$100. $41.
Gary with that straight out again.
And nothing to split these two from the moment they started the 5th set.
100.
They've both had chances. But it's 4 legs apiece.
140.
And big scores as well. 19 140s in the match from Gary Robson. After a slow start from him in the game as well.
26.
Well, look at that. 19 140s as opposed to 13. It just shows how he's recovered.
60.
Steve Coote with a steady scoring with the 45 100s. He's been steady throughout, but Gary's raised his game.
Yeah, indeed. I mean,
100.
we're down to that whole thing finishing at the end of the day. But treble 20 again. We'll stay there.
140.
Leave himself 20.
And he'll be back with Steve Coote on 175. Needs a treble to pressure the throw.
100. Gary required 20.
2 10s needed.
Game shot in the 9th leg. Gary Robson. 10th leg, Steve to throw first. Game on.
Well, the tension on the face of Colleen, and she's Gary Robson's partner.
100.
She's to be the one who isn't feeling as much pressure as Lisa. Steve Coote's girlfriend. She knows that her man needs to pull something out of the bag
62.
here.
Steve knows it's now or it's
100.
never. See a big one here.
100.
His 50th ton of the match, Steve Coote. Gary Robson's finding the treble bed with his cover
96.
shot. Coote with the advantage.
87.
An aim for the bullseye, missed it, but 114, that won't faze him.
100. Steve require 140.
So once again, Steve Coote to stay alive. 18 will leave him double 18. Oh, what a finish!
In the 10th leg. Steve Coote.
To put us into sudden death, a 114 checkout from Steve Coote.
The 11th and final leg. It's Gary to throw first for the ball.
Well,
25.
it's throw to the ball for the advantage. And this could go on all night as well. Or not. A slip from Steve Coote. So Gary gets the first throw.
Gary to throw first. Game on.
So very important in the sudden death. I played one back in September with Mervyn King. And this is a place where you don't want to be at the start of a game, but when you're racing and chasing, you're happy to be there at the end.
We saw last year in this championship Tony
60.
O'Shea and Colin Monk go to sudden death. It took them a long time to seize the advantage going for the ball, and the throw helped Colin Monk
100.
progress further in the competition.
But it also can work the other way. as I well know.
45.
It's working so far for Gary Robson, though. Could do without that.
44.
And for once, his cover shot let him down as well.
That's the tension building in the arm. They both know the winning post is there, and it's who's going to be first across.
100.
It's been there for about 6 legs, but they don't want to cross it just yet. And still Gary Robson having trouble with that first start.
121.
Great recovery to leave 136.
Oh, desperately needs a treble now.
60. Gary, you require 136.
Ebbing away for Steve Coote. $16 would leave him tops for the match.
96.
And he'll be back to the oche. All Steve Coote can do is hope for a big score now.
Yeah, he needs to pressure this lead to try and give himself an opportunity at a shot at the winning
60.
double.
Gary, you require 40.
It's been a great game of darts, this. Gary Robson again with the shot. And this time finds it.
Gary Robson.
Such a shame there has to be a loser, but what a comeback from Gary Robson. Steve Coote had it in the bag after 2 sets, but Robson recovered to win by 3 sets to 2 in sudden death.
Well done, Gary Robson. But an hour after his defeat, Steve Coote made a visit to room 501.
Can't remember anything of the game, really. I mean, I know I had a couple of shots to win it. But Gary's a good player. I wish him well. I wish, you know,